Hey everyone, welcome to Sin's Book Nook. That's me. So today we're going to be talking about actually two books. I had said originally it was going to be one, but I read a lot and I ended up reading two books in the time I was going to read one. So we are going to be talking about the first book is The Green Witch, and that is by wrote my face. Uh The Green Witch. Yeah, by Arin Murphy-Hiscock. And the other book we're going to talk about, I read it on my Kindle, so I don't have the physical book, but we have it right here, Wintering by Katherine May. So we're going to talk about these two books in the book. So the first one, The Green Witch. I was kind of drawn to this book. I think we moved into a new house, and I've been excited to be in a new house because I can finally we have a yard and I can dig up the backyard and make it. And I am also into weird esoteric uh stuff. So I wanted to know how I could further, commune with nature and really work with the plant's energies and all that stuff for a season of growth. And then what I hit the realization is what I'm really going to need to do this coming spring is plan the garden. We're going to plan where everything's going to go. And I don't think I'm going to be able to have the time to actually pull one, but we're going to start. We're going to plot where the best sun is. We're going to figure that out. And then we will do pots and grow some plants in pots until the following year. And then we're really going to get into it and garden. But what I loved about this book, it talks about green witchcraft and embracing your inner power and how you can attune and manifest the power of the seasons and nature and kind of put yourself into it. And I thought neat. It features, there's different seasonal meditations you can do that's in the book, which is pretty cool. It talks about having like a ritual broom so you can sweep out the old energy and bring in the new for the new year. Um, just how you can live more closely with the earth in general. And there's a lot of I would say wisdom and power in this book, and just a lot of like great recipes too. It talks about you can make different oils, essential oils, and different. Sorry, there's different like actual recipes. Oh, I wrote it down because I didn't think I would remember. I don't. Um, Herbal infusions, decoctions, and flourishes, a maceration. I don't know if I said inflourish. That's probably I probably said that wrong. I'm learning. We're all learning here, right? So, the practice of green witchcraft is innately tied to the agricultural cycle. So that's dictated by the rhythms um, of the different seasons and of nature. And it's just this book really kind of shows you in a understandable way how you can be part of that and tie into that. Um, there's a lot of symbolism too, and how like a garden is like a person. It's in a constant state of change. Just as you solve one problem in life, another one pops up. you know. So you got like, in working in a garden, it's a continuous lesson in patience, acceptance, recognition that nature functions as it will. Try and fight it, but honestly, you're just gonna have to work. Don't go against it. Um, but yeah, let's see what else we got. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of recipes for making your own teas, essential oils, bath salts, restorative elixirs, like just really neat. And I thought it was cool that they had the recipes in there as well. Just a really great book that I enjoyed, and I will definitely read it over again. This is something like I read through it so that I could talk about it here, but I want to immediately like read it again and take more notes. I took some notes, but not a ton. There's so much going on in here. There's so much to learn. I really loved it, and she has a new book coming out at the end of the month on the 28th. I think it's just Green Witch's Garden. I pre-ordered it. So we'll probably talk about that too. Um, but yeah, I freaking love this. This is great. Um, I wouldn't say it's a quick read, but it's not that big of a book. It wasn't super quick for me because I was taking notes because there's a lot of stuff I want to do. But yeah, like I'm gonna read back through it. I'll probably write all over the book, and it's a sign of a book that I'm really enjoying. I go back and I read it and I take notes. But yeah, there's just so much really awesome information if you've ever been interested in like green witchcraft, you know. And then also the woman who wrote this, she is a third degree Wiccan high priestess in the Black Forest clan. If anyone's interested in that, but that's a thing. Let's see what else. Yeah, just like talks about planning with the moon phases and how you can weave natural magic into your everyday life. Just to, you know, harmonize ourselves with others and with the energy flow of the world around us and try to make it a better place. I'm all about that. So yeah, Green Witch. Highly recommend it. See that? It's a beautiful cover. I mean, look at that. I love all plants. I love plants. I always buy too many. Even like when we go to Home Depot, I always have to go to the plant section. I love plants, even though I don't need more right now, and I don't have a lot of room to put them. Like where they're gonna get good light. But I have a table in the back room of our new place where it has like 2 really giant windows, so it gets decent light. And I got a string of pearls succulent that I have wanted one of those for quite some time, so I was excited to get that. But yeah, so Green Witch, super good. I highly recommend it. Some book. All right, so the other book, Wintering, I kind of like happened upon because up here, Wintering, there it is. All right, so I happened upon this book because I downloaded an app called Libby. Libby is an app that is free, and you can connect your library card to it, and you can get all these different free books. And I like to go peruse the New Age section. Well, this wasn't super New Agey, but it talks about like the solstice, and she's a UK author. So at one point in the book, she goes to Stonehenge to experience the I can't remember if she went for the winter or the summer solstice. It was probably the winter solstice because this book is called Wintering. That would make sense. Wintering. But so the premise of the book is basically the power of rest and retreat in difficult times. And are we not living in difficult times right now? Let's be honest. So winter is a time to rest and reassess. This book is written in such a poetic language that I have a passage I'm going to read to you guys out of it. It's just a paragraph. It's so freaking, I don't know, it's very beautiful. So I wanted to share it. I have it on my phone, so this looks, I'm gonna look at my phone while we're doing this video. But here is a passage out of this, and I thought it was really beautiful. So here we go. Katherine May, Wintering. Winter is a quiet house in lamplight, a spin in the garden to see bright stars on a clear night, the roar of the wood-burning stove, and the accompanying smell of charred wood. It is warming the teapot and making cups of bitter cocoa. It is stews magicked from bones with dumplings floating like clouds. It is reading quietly and passing away the afternoon twilight watching movies. It is socks and the bundle of a cardigan. I mean, come on! That's some good use of words. It's so poetic and beautiful. Like, it paints such a fantastic picture. The whole book is written like this, and it's freaking awesome. It just, like, the core of this is that, you know, like, take the time when you're going through something difficult. Winter is good for rest and relaxation. You know, feed your soul, have some you time, and this book just, it talks about it's okay to not be okay sometimes. And sometimes I think we all need to hear that. Everyone puts on a happy face and kind of like goes about their day and tries to be okay. I mean, it's okay to not feel okay. So yeah, just really freaking beautiful book. Yeah, in the beginning of the book, I think it's the author's like 40th or 41st birthday, and her husband ends up having his appendix bursting and goes through this health stuff. So she takes off time off of work to take care of him, and then once he gets better, I don't know if she just ends up with all the stress and anxiety, but she ends up not being good health wise either, and ends up not going to work and leaving her job, and then just spending more time, like, being with herself and being with her son and her family. And then she goes and she lives by the water and decided that she would go and, like the polar bear ice club people, those crazy people who go swim in the water when it's super cold. She decides that she will go and do these really ice cold swims, and apparently it's great for clearing the mind and does the body good. I don't know that I would ever do it, but it's a core part of the book that she talks about that was fascinating to me. And then, there's a lot of like stuff they say about ice cold baths, how it's good for your body and your systems and stuff. I don't know. You can look that up. I'm not an expert. I'm here to talk about the book that I enjoyed. But yeah, so I really enjoyed this. Got it on the Kindle app through Libby. So if you guys are looking for something, if you can't really afford to buy a bunch of books, if you have a library card, the Libby app has thousands of books that you can read on your Kindle if you have a Kindle, which is pretty cool. So yeah, those were the two books. The Green Witch by Arin Murphy-Hiscock, and then Wintering by Katherine May. They were both fantastic. I really enjoyed them. Highly recommend. So yeah, thanks for joining me in the Nook as we talked about some books. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. Also, consider supporting us on Ko-Fi. Link will be down underneath. You can check it out. We have a lot of good content on there. Videos, access to Book Nook, art stuff we're working on, a lot of behind the scenes content, and all that good stuff. Thank you for watching.